Greetings again. This is Chase Jackson, Vice President of Sales and Marketing with Energy Easy, with another short video in our video series where we provide personal and professional vitality tips to our corporate vice president, prospect, and customers. And the topic of the video today is on charisma. As the leader of a large organization, we want our followers to like us. And a good way to get the group to follow your direction and to like who you are as an individual and as a leader is to be charismatic. Charisma is the compelling attractiveness that we put out to get other people to like us and be devoted to us. And charisma is not an innate quality that we're born with. It's a skill that can be learned that centers around three things: power, warmth, and presence, which I will get into in this short video. The visual that we have next to me is of the planet Saturn. What is the most charismatic planet? It's Saturn, of course. And why is that? It's got rings, man. Power. Power is how much effect we have on the world via resources, social standing, expertise, and authority. And charisma that stems from power isn't the actual power that we have, but the actual power that we present in any given interaction. So tips for projecting power in a high-level negotiation is you want to showcase confidence. This can be found through positive visualization, and also use interrogative questioning to yourself beforehand on why I will succeed in this negotiation. And also the idea of power in terms of who you are as a corporate executive when working with your employees. When your employees and middle managers come to your desk and sit across from you, it's a good thing to note how much power are they portraying. Are they confident when meeting you? That shows that they're prepared. Do they have ideas of what they can bring to the company? Do they feel a sense of power and authority in any given interaction? So power is a key point of being charismatic, but also from the corporate executive seat, it's important that we use this power effectively and appropriately. The ability to show warmth is another great trait to have in being charismatic. Showing warmth is showing empathy and compassion and encouragement to the other party. A couple knowledge points that can be used to show warmth. Pretend that you and every single person that you're interacting with in the room has angel wings behind them. When you think of an angel, what do you think of? You think of warmth and understanding and hope and empathy. Or what about when you're dealing with another party that you don't like? Is it still possible to show charisma and show warmth? Yes, it is. Let's say you're dealing with a vendor that's not being very friendly in terms of you requesting payment late, and he's not understanding your company's position with the economic environment that we're in. And he's being very, very negative towards you, and he's making threats, and overall he's just being insensitive to your position and your company. Show him warmth. Pretend that this vendor, this is his last day on earth. If he is going to be gone tomorrow, are you going to be firing back at him? Are you going to be yelling? Are you going to be negative? No. You're going to be showing him understanding, and you're going to be empathetic, and you're going to be compassionate, and you're going to encourage him. Be warm. The final key trait in being charismatic is presence. And presence is all about staying focused. It's impossible to be charismatic and interested to the other party if you're not listening and responding to their wants and needs and questions. As a corporate vice president, there's a ton of different things coming at us, and it's critical that we're able to compartmentalize and stay focused on the here and now, not worried about the past, not worried about the future, just the task at hand, And when we're interacting with other parties and we're wanting to show our charisma, which should be all day, because as a leader, it's critical that we're always on stage, that we need to stay present. And we need to focus and listen and respond to the other party in a way that shows that we care what they have to say. And we're responding in a way that's interesting, entertaining, effective, and beneficial to them. So the three key traits in being charismatic: power, warmth, and presence. Of course, being the charismatic leader that our organization wants and needs us to be is not easy. There's many things that must be overcome to be that charismatic leader. As we mentioned on the last slide, lack of focus, staying present, that is not an easy thing to do continuously to every party that you come across. Another challenge to being charismatic is self-anxiety or doubt or questions in confidence and decision-making and words, thoughts, and actions. These can all affect your charisma, as this lack of confidence will show through to the other party. Also, physical discomfort. If you have a broken leg and a tummy ache and you're going to do a speech in front of 200 people, it's going to be very hard for you to be able to be enthusiastic and encouraging and interesting. So physical discomfort is also another great barrier to being charismatic. So being charismatic is not easy, and there's numerous challenges that must be overcome. But you can do it. You are interesting. We believe in you.
Presence. When people describe their experience of seeing charisma in action, whether they met Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, or the Dalai Lama, they often mention what an extraordinary presence the person had. And presence is the single most requested aspect of charisma when I'm coaching executives. They want to increase their boardroom presence or their executive presence. And they're right to focus on it, because presence turns out to be the real core of charisma, the foundation upon which all else is built. When you're with a charismatic master, take Bill Clinton for example, he gives you the feeling that he's completely here with you in the moment, present. And I've met hardened Republicans who've told me, Bill Clinton, I hated him before I met him, I hated him after I met him, but while I met him, man, I love the man. Have you ever felt in the middle of a conversation as if only half your mind were present while the other half was busy thinking about something else? Raise your hands if that's ever happened to you. All right then. Do you think the other person noticed? Yeah. When this happens, there's a good chance that your eyes will glaze over or that your facial reactions will be a split second delayed. But here's the thing. Because people can read facial expressions in as little as 17 milliseconds, the person you're speaking to will likely notice the smallest delays in your reactions. And on a gut level, they'll get the feeling that something's not quite right, something doesn't quite fit. This delay, technically called an incongruence, can even give them the feeling that you are being inauthentic. Nothing ruins trust or charisma faster than appearing inauthentic. We think we can fake presence. We think we can fake listening. We think that as long as we seem attentive, it's okay to let our minds turn on other things. But we're wrong. When you're not fully present in an interaction, the person you're speaking to will likely notice it. I'm sure you've had this experience of speaking with someone who wasn't fully listening. You noticed. So, how do you get presence? Well, my favorite technique to stay present in a conversation is kind of quirky, but remarkably effective. So right now, if you would, focus on the physical sensations in your toes. your toes. Big toes, little toes, all the toes in between, however many of them you have. Focus on the physical sensation in your toes. What this does is that it forces your brain to sweep your body from head to, of course, toe, and gets you very physically present in the moment. So you do that for only a split second, then you get back to the conversation. But it's very effective. Just by focusing on your toes, you can up your level of charisma immediately. I realize that you probably weren't expecting your toes to be crucial to charisma. They are. That's one technique. Technique number 2 is to really focus on the colors in the eyes of the person you're speaking with. If you pay close attention, you'll see that their eyes contain a dazzling array of colors that can keep you quite captivated, and better yet, give you the kind of deep, soul-searching eye contact that is extremely powerful. The kind that Bill Clinton is famous for. So obviously, don't overdo it. A little goes a long way.